Yeah, I went into Logic there, excuse me, bare bones broadcast along with such spalding. I can't believe I was able to upload the last video. Video. I hate the term video. Bah! Broadcast. Video. These upload, video, all the other dumb. Here's, you know what a man used the word this morning? I mean, all I did was leave a message in the headline of the email. He said, "You didn't print any body. What did you want?" The headline wasn't enough message. I said something about, I forget the word, thank you. Oh, I used the word thank you. That's all I wanted to tell him was thank you. He couldn't understand that because I didn't have anything in the body of the letter. I think about it. You didn't have the body of the letter, any information, and the headline said thank you. What were you trying to say to me? How? Could they find a message in a bottle and read it? Somebody say, "Daddy, I found a bottle with a piece of paper or there's something written on it." Throw it away. Are you all living on the seacoast and the bottles are washing on shore full of messages and you're throwing the bottles away as fast as you find them? Because you won't read the message in the bottle. It's not written properly. The education says that's worthless. Throw it away. You can't read that anyway. For an education. This man is very official. He's playing more charades with himself than he has any idea. And when you see you're not doing anything and you're playing some kind of charade with yourself, oh, you're an idiot. Have you looked at yourself, you idiot? And I try to explain to him that he's doing it himself, and he ain't going to hear it. Fine. Keep her up. There's an afterlife, and everything crosses my path. Charade player. Hey, living charade players. I'm only here as state's evidence. My whole existence is one reason. State's evidence. That's the only reason I exist. Know it. Everything about me is one experience. State's evidence for later. How about you? You think you're state's evidence for later too? Mocking it? The position of it, I mean. Are you mocking your position as state's evidence for an afterlife evaluation of this place? Are ya? That's the only thing I do. That's all I know. That's all I understand. And I'm up to doing it. So you hassle me all you can. Please! Because later on I'll drag you out and God have pity on your soul. That should have got left here and you brought it back home with you. God have pity on that soul. When you cross my path as state's evidence from here. And I'm talking about generations thick. All those generations open up at once. I failed those generations and I confess to them, I'm so sorry, I can't tell you. I am humiliated. Have you ever stood in line in Judgment Day with all the generations you ever were with? And ahead of you is a line farther than you can see, and behind you is a line farther than you can see. Farther than the eye, into the horizon, are your relatives standing in front of you, and those behind you. Your parents are right there in front of you, and you're right behind your parents. Have you ever done that? I have. Yeah. Or you think that's what we do? We just line up and wait our turn to get judged. Standing in line genetically. It looked like you see that one thing in the center and all these lines? And they're all, it's just happening so quick. Well, you're still thinking there's so much that the line's hardly moving. Only where the judgment happens is that, wham, it's flowing through fast. So fast you couldn't count it. It's astounding, isn't it? The judgment. I've been thinking about Judgment Day most all my life. I'm state's evidence. What else would I think about? You know what I mean? I'm the last remaining monarch of the planet, Norman Woodstock Spaulding, bare-bones radio broadcaster for your conceptual analysis, entertaining you. I'm working on it. Practicing entertainment. This is practicing entertainment. Thank you, YouTube, for all your assistance. Possibly someday I'll get on stage in front of everything the Lord ever occurred. Is my dream. To do an SO in front of creation. Every aspect possible in it. And in the room of all possibility, all things aren't possible. So I'm not going to get to express myself too much, that's for sure. There's a lot of possibility in this room that isn't all possible. Ever. Some even, just a lot of possibilities. Not all possible. So I'm not going to get very far. I expect that. Not what it's about, really. You never know how far you're going to get. That's for sure. Do you? You just let it out. Like a dandelion, you don't know how far that seed's going to go. Never know. The wind grabbed you and away you went.